Let's have an in-depth discussion about hormone replacement therapy for those over the age of 50, and like myself, who I'm 59 years old. You know the basic symptoms of low testosterone, what they cause: erectile dysfunction, fatigue, increase in body fat, a reduced sex drive, depression, osteoporosis, even infertility. These are all common things that most people understand are associated with low testosterone levels. But it actually goes much worse than that. Having low levels of testosterone, really low levels, is quite unhealthy. Ultra low levels of testosterone have been associated with metabolic syndrome. Metabolic syndrome is a group of conditions that raise your risk of coronary artery disease, diabetes, stroke, and basically serious heart problems. You don't hear that much. Most people talk about extra high levels of testosterone and heart problems, and that's also accurate. But I want you to understand, when your levels are very low, that's also a bad health problem. Now, for many, there is a stigma associated with getting testosterone replacement because your levels are very low. They look down their nose at you and act like you're doing something that's either illegal or immoral, or you're cheating in some way. The fact is, your body makes testosterone naturally on its own. And this does not apply to everyone, but as you get older, it applies to more people in that your levels tend to plummet. There are people that are older that don't have that issue yet. They're very fortunate. But more and more people are experiencing lower testosterone levels as they age. And since your body is used to making that, but it's not making it properly anymore, you have to put the synthetic version of that back in your body so your levels are brought back up to a healthy number. Now, what's considered a low number? This is only my opinion. I would say anything under 300 is considered a very low number. I have friends and acquaintances who have had their testosterone levels checked, and they're in the low 100s. That's a very low number for a male. I mean, extremely low. I had one guy who tested out at 50. That's almost non-existent. Now, people will tell you that you can raise your testosterone levels by doing diet and exercise and supplementation and things such as that. And while those things can raise your testosterone levels some, I've never seen or heard anywhere anyone raising their levels 500 and 600 and 700 points doing those things. Usually the most you can expect by changing your diet and exercise and things is a 20% increase. Well, if your level's at 200, congratulations. That boosted you way up to 240. So it's just not enough. Don't be mistaken by people selling you supplements. You're not going to get several hundred points of testosterone levels by doing supplements or changing your diet. Another argument people will make that don't understand what I'm talking about is that, oh, no, don't do that. Once you start, you're going to have to be on it for the rest of your life because it's going to shut down your body's natural production. Hello? If your levels are at 100 or 200, your natural production is basically non-existent. You need it the rest of your life. It's not producing. Your body's not making it. What kind of natural production are you talking about? It makes no sense. They also act like it's some type of big chore and task to be on hormone replacement therapy. And it's not. It takes 2 minutes of your time, say once a week. Not really a big chore. There's not anything to it. It's not a burden at all. And if your levels are super low, like we've talked about, you need it. Now, having said that, if you don't have low levels, you don't need it. If you go get a blood panel and your levels come back, you're at 710, you're just fine. Now, you can boost it up even higher than that. But if you're at 710, your body's making a decent amount of testosterone, and you don't want to tinker with that. It all depends on what your numbers are, what your levels are. It's a case-by-case basis. In no way am I saying everybody that's older needs it, because they don't. But the fact is, there are lots of people that do need it that are older, and you have to realize that as well. Now, I personally am on testosterone replacement therapy because my levels are far too low without being on it. I typically take 200 milligrams every week. Sometimes I'll go 8 or 9 days before I do it, but that keeps me somewhere around the high hundreds. 800, 900, somewhere in that range is pretty much where I stay, which is a very healthy number. I don't do anything else with that, but that's very healthy for my situation. So like everything you see and read and hear, especially on social media, there are going to be people out there that's going to disagree with you and dog you and say negative things and make comments all over videos like this one. You just have to overlook them and understand there are a bunch of people that don't need it. That's a fact. There are also a bunch of people that need it. That's also a fact. I hope this helps someone. I welcome your comments. Please follow me if you haven't already and share this video. I appreciate it very much. Have a fantastic day.